Hey guys, it's Brian here and welcome to another week of my video blog. So today we're going to talk about the idea of compensation structures. Obviously this is a huge topic for any athletic club manager, owner, or operator. And I've learned a couple things in my 7 years of managing athletic clubs, and I thought I would just share them with you, and I'd love to get your feedback. Before we talk about it though, the number one thing I think that's important is that you're compensating the right people. If you have the right people in your company, in your organization, then the compensation structure tends to take care of itself, and it tends to not be as big of a deal. It's more important who you compensate than how you compensate. But that said, let's talk a little bit about how you compensate. For us, the first thing I've learned is that I'm really big on commission-based compensation. The second thing I've learned is that I'm not a big fan of salaries. And the third thing I've learned is that ultimately we're looking for a fair deal between the employee and the employer. So let's unpack those things. The first thing, commission-based compensation. I don't think there's a phrase that I've used more with our club managers than the phrase, you eat what you kill. And we want everybody in our organization understanding that when it comes to their compensation, they eat what they kill. Maybe it's a taekwondo instructor or a fitness instructor or tennis instructor. That person should make more money if there's 5 people in the class than if there's 3. They should make more money if there's 7 clients in the class than if there's 5, so that they're encouraged to grow the business, to grow the program, because they know as the top line increases, their bottom line also increases. Jim Collins in his book Good to Great talked about the steel company Nucor, and their philosophy was hire 5, work them like 10, and pay them like 8. And I thought that painted a great picture for exactly what we look for at College Park. We hire 5 people who are willing to work really, really hard and build the business, and as a result, we compensate them well for that. The second thing I've learned is that I'm not a big fan of salaries. I think salaries sometimes are important, and for our highest level directors, we offer them a small salary because they do a lot of administrative work outside of their lessons. However, if they're doing a great job, what I want to do is really bolster their commission-based opportunities and the pay that they receive when they're actually teaching classes and generating income, as opposed to their salary. If you're listening to this and you're on a big salary, I apologize. Again, this is a system that works for us, but I would strongly encourage you to find ways to show evidence to your club's ownership that you are in fact bringing in income and drastically impacting the productivity at the club, so that your salary can stay intact for a long time. The other thing about salaries is once they're in place and out there, it is really, really difficult to roll them back in the case that the employee's productivity starts to go down. Whereas with commission-based opportunities, it's sort of built into the compensation structure. The third and last thing that I've learned is that ultimately we're looking for a fair setup between the employee and the employer. For me, when it comes to hiring, I'm looking for a long-term relationship. And if the deal is skewed one way or another, it's not going to last a long time. Either the employee's not going to be happy or the employer's not going to be happy, and we want long-standing relationships. So these are the things I've learned, and love to get your feedback. Feel free to comment on this video, or you can shoot me an email, brianw@cpacweb.com. Love to hear about how you're handling your compensation structures, and let's talk. Thanks, and have a great day.